of unforeseen circumstances that just to be delayed, and we are delayed to this time out. However, preparations were all on foot since after 2022, after the SPC. SPC is the Special Parliamentary Committee, checked and audited the elections of 2022, and proposed number of proposals including 70 related to elections and procedures and processes. And so we took note of that as some of the key issues to mitigate and factor into strategies and plans to better manage the elections in the country. And so we as the leading election body in the country, we have processes, and those procedural processes are guided by the organic law and the national and local government election. And so we are strictly complying and applying the law according to how it should operate. And so we are very careful about, as we all talk about, firstly, we have identified issues in the election process while managing elections in the country, going back and up to today. There are prevailing issues that continues to be problematic when it comes to managing elections. And those problem areas are happening between two key areas of concern. One is the internal environment in the office and the systems. The other one is the external environment, which the beneficiaries are there and people around us. And when I say internal environment is working with stakeholders, agencies, relevant agencies to support the elections, improvise the systems and procedures and processes that needs to be done. And that we have worked on in many occasions. And our responsibility as election management body is the concern that we need to making sure that the democratic election process is being given fair and the rights to an individual to vote in an election without intimidation and without tampering or hijacking. There are many languages and words or vocabularies that people want to speak and talk and say, and those we have every independent rights to also say about what is happening around us and in the country and in one of those events that's happening. But the Electoral Commission is not exempted in all of those criticisms. So now, people of Papua New Guinea, before I could say we are going to go into elections, yes, you have been expecting the councillors and the voters and the intending candidates of want to be a councillor and want to be a president and so on. And then, the important thing is we have to understand, number one, parliamentary election, and this is the first legislative government. Number two is the byproduct of the parliamentary elections, which is the provincial governor and the president. You are the second legislative council in the province. And when you come to local level government, you are the third legislative council. So it's not about you being an ordinary councillor. It's not about you being an ordinary president but you must know that under the organic law, it says you are an electorate or you are a leader. I'm not promoting you, but I want to emphasize on the responsibilities that we as a councillor and the president and the national MPs and public servants and bureaucrats and everybody has to exercise as a country. So when you are now going into elections, those who are intending and those who have already are holding on to positions as councillors, we have a greater responsibility, so much as the government is concerned and your community is concerned. And so speaking as the electoral management body and the commissioner for now, I see that we have a bigger role, and I see there's the critical area the election is looking at is you people have it. You people see it, and you people got it. And we come to seek that advice and seek that information, and it's not coming, and it's not forthcoming, and you are not surrendering, and you are not informing us with the right information. When I say right information, you might be thinking, oh, this electoral commissioner is talking foolish. What is he talking about? Yes, you can call me foolish, but let me say, some I see on the social media, you want to talk biometric, fingerprint, biometric, electronic voting, electronic counting. Electronic voting, everybody is talking about it. That is good. I am very, very happy and appreciate that you are thinking ahead of time. And let me push you back to what we are doing now. When I say you come from a ward and you come from a council, ward area, LNG, our structure is very, very nice. It's perfect. Papua New Guinea, we had 331 LNGs and we had 6,371 wards. Now, we are increased by that number half. And we will get more numbers. And we will have 374, 42 extra LNGs, 374 LNGs from the 331. Now we have 42 extra LNGs. And we're going to have 42 extra LNGs on top of 331, 374 council presidents. And we will also have 570, 541 new wards. That's out of our 6,371. And now we have additional 541. So we will have 6,916 wards around Papua New Guinea. 180, 20 provinces and 96 electorates. With 374 electors, with 6,916 council wards. Now, that is the government we are running in Papua New Guinea. So Electoral Commission is running that election. Now, for you, 6,916 and 374. Okay, now, that's by way of introduction to you all, Papua New Guinea. Now let me go back, rephrase the content about how we can do it better. Now I'm taking this opportunity, thank you media, to educate our people and you listen as you see, and if you are one of those fortunate ones who are listening and watching, please pass the message that we are finding it difficult to identify you as a citizen and as a voter. So you Savelo, you yet na you Savelo council ward blow you. Na you Savelo electorate blow you, na district blow you. The sometime you black to also you give him a name, blow all the la council ward is that no work block cap. Na work long public servants. And you is out of concern, so when come to election, why you bless our fight? Why you bless our fight? So me also experience lo me and look lo me is looking on sometimes many election you bless a fight long ballot paper. That is a ballot paper. And no come up nothing. Me no salary nothing. Officers no salary nothing. Me black at record. Lo council board me talk finish. 6,916 words there. Now, 2024, people like working enrollment. Now people are continue working enrollment. So some people must surprise now. So me like, can you mean by work good now, Lord time? Okay, aren't me good, Lord Islam? You know not fully plan to talk about me like you mean by stretching this work. Aren't me good? Me like you cancel now. Secretary Blong, DPLGA, Minister, talking me also. You blow all the stuff, 350 now, 300 in a payroll finish. Suppose you no stop no payroll. I'm sorry, no you. What's 31 the LNG manager? But suppose you stop no payroll now. Me talking Secretary Blong, DPLGA, talk also or month up no payroll there. But walk long all long, I define you plan, give you name blow you plan. You want the Mary blow, you want the all get a line, brother blow, you know, get a cancel word. Now this law line by me recording now. Na Salem ballot paper come. Me plan less long ghost name, me plan less long gammon, me plan less long you plan duplicating name. Now me plan less long you plan hiding some plan in the time of election you plan like pipe. So now cancel. Me plan like come up with some laws and suppose. This line information you come by you rouse law is la position law cancel but law give nuclear election. And law and sentencing finish. Secretary law DPLGA sentencing finish. So was you know providing information and by you finish law cancel. And by you make also. And more penalties, blow non-performance of a responsible councillor in a village, in a ward. You have a fair responsibility. You are a government and you are a leader. And so we are not expecting anybody else to do that but you are the one. And you are entirely or squarely, if you like, responsible. So let me do some paraphrase in cost or some side talk block cost line. Time you like kissing me election, name blow you black come, and costing 1 million, 10 million, 100 million. This is la money you mean supposed to make him on now. But you mean because you learn to give him straight names, so people by trial or kissing car, balus, helicopter, run, come mouse double unit to come or give enrollment this la or census line or come long into and the electoral line come out. We are using that kind of money to get an information that is not properly given. And that election after election, how are we going to correct this? So from now on, I'm still going to talk about this until we go get into elections and we must correct this thing. So starting from today, you cancel, you hire, you said you start from another block, 1.5 block, cancel vote blow you. 1.5 house, you look him, and it's a message he come on you. You start now. List him, cancel vote or man, Mary law, cancel vote blow. And this la now. And by you working work blow, pay you me back sing long end. Or suppose you not pay too, and leadership work blow you. You like come up cancel so you know blow talk apply sing around. But you must work one. 2 plus something must work. Placing 2, yes. Law and order 2, yes. But data 2, you must work one time. Or line user work and tap long end. Stop long end and work one time long end, and you must work on that. So, Electoral Commission, since election time we come around now, we just don't have a credible data. We are just working on some information that is given from, when we come out to get information. We think that is correct, but later when during elections, we see people fighting. Then we realize that this is wrong. So who's the cause of this wrong? So you are misleading. Lo Papua New Guinea misleading is criminal offense. Lo give him mislead him electoral commission and constitutional offense. You mislead and criminal offense. But you go straight to jail. But it's not because election come up, now you just come back, now you just Bakravi, behind you just stop good, nothing or some everything's okay. But it's not okay. PNG is not okay. So we need to fix, ladies and gentlemen. So going forward, we want everyone to come forward and do enrollment. We are looking at, Commissioner, you are saying, but what means and ways are we going to work with? The first point of contact is council, you. Those who are able and stay in towns, you are going to come to the office, go to provincial electoral office, make it your business. In law, it doesn't say I come to your place and I record you, but you have to come to electoral office and enroll yourself to prepare yourself for the elections. And that is directive by a law. But you're not doing that. You're expecting people to come to get your name. And so at the end of the day, when you are not voting and you are dissatisfied, you start accusing electoral commission and the staff and everybody else. I think you have to be fairly and squarely be responsible and accuse for all of us. We are failing to do what we're supposed to be doing. Okay, with that, that's the concern. Second concern is we don't have vehicles, trucks, balloons, helicopter, everything. So when we talk about the election, you prepare to walk. Polling officials, counting officials, whoever, candidates, all of us now going to walk. While talking about the road, I will close it in this manner. Electoral Commission is talking about that you will get you a photo and put it against your name. Government is talking about NID. Electoral Commission is talking about same NID, but we are working to get the biodata. Biodata is your fingerprint, your face, your name, and your photo against the name. That's what we are trying to do now. And that's what we have been talking about in 2019. 2022 gone. Now this is 25. We have 26 to go before 27. So Papua New Guinea, when? When? Can we fix that? Some people say election rigging. I want to know how. Some people say polling officials are hijacking. I want to know how. Some people say election petitions 102 gone without arresting. Do you know what you're talking about? Just because it's 102. So you must be happy with the Electoral Commission because none of the electoral officers got arrested because the procedures were managed. Those election petitions, for your information, whoever is concerned, I must tell you here, and you take note that they are losing candidates who are trying to frustrate the developments in the district, and they have their own interest, and using electoral process as a conduit or as a platform to frustrate others, and every one of us must take this message. If there was any wrong in the electoral officers while managing the elections, now some of us should have been in jail. There is nothing happening. The by-elections in by-election in Haitape, the by-elections everywhere is people who died or either bribery. There is no such thing that the election process has failed. The only failure in the election process is the roll, electoral roll, which is your name and my name in the roll for you to vote. That we need to fix. That's what I'm saying. After you have done that, we have a lot of ideas. We can do it better. So let's fix the roll. Now we have the provincial applications in the province, so people who want to, go and enroll, go and enroll. While on that, we are coming up with a procedure that's going to capture all of you who have no names on the roll. And we are also trying to identify ghost names on the roll. So now this election is going to be a guide towards improvising and improving the roll, electoral roll. We'll remove all the ghost names. We'll remove all the extra names. We'll remove all the underage. We'll remove all the transfer and go on our ways. And we are going to now cluster to the actual person who is going to come out and vote for a councillor. We are looking forward for this to cleanse the 2022 roll. And that, I believe, to some extent, it will help. And so get ready, people. Those who are complaining about the elections, please come forward this time, election time. Let's work to improvise the electoral roll and come up with a better election for tomorrow and get your opportunity to vote for the person you want. This is the only opportunity you have. It will never come again. I'm telling you, it will never come again. It will only come when there is money. Or second option is, it will only come if you surrender all the names. Otherwise, election comes and goes and you don't mind your business and normal life, it will never come again. So this is the opportunity. With that, Papua New Guinea and everybody, election is on for LNG. The dates are confirmed, 24th, and August will return the rate. The official announcement will be made by Minister. I wrote to him already. So that's his responsibility. If it was a national election, I would have announced it now. But so we stick to the date, which is following week. And so procedures for nominations is 100 kina, 200 kina for correction, 200 kina for the ward and the president. And for the by-elections we are conducting will be 1,000. And the provinces who are going for by-elections is Mendeng, for Usinong Bundi, a Sipik, a West Sipik for Aitabel Lumi, Morobe for Kabung, Bougainville for Central Bougainville, and Enga for Pogera Paella, and Day for Western Islands. Western Islands, the petitioner went to court and we are seeking second opinion. But the law says, when a sitting member dies, the Constitution declares a seat vacant. You cannot replace someone from a recount or someone from some other sources. When somebody dies, the system must find a replacement through the system, which is the people must vote. And so we're getting the second opinion. If the second opinion allows for they to go for elections, we will definitely issue the rate. The first opinion has already come. So people for day, the second opinion says go ahead, even though it is before the Supreme Court, will still go ahead for elections. Because the law is very clear. I understand some of us are going around trying to delay tactics and all of this stuff, so let them. No, the people, the member who won the election died. If you want the recount, what will happen to the ballot boxes for late James Pim, who was the member elected in 2022? What is going to happen with them? And how are you going to win? So let's not waste people's time. Let's get into business and play some common sense and go into election, and we run elections for the people. Okay, with that, our concerns are Papua New Guinea. It's the electoral roll and it's the logistics. And we want cooperation from all the councillors and all the leaders and all the communities and youths and mothers, everyone. Women, we want to give opportunity to you to vote. That we started in 2017 to 2022. We had 3 women who voted and won elections. And we want that number to increase. So if you like to do that, all the women folks, church groups, youth groups, if your council is not performing, you step in and work out the list. Work out the list for the council board. The people who are living around. Just do some small survey. And we fix the role and you will have the opportunity to cast the vote. After you have done that, we will now centralize the polling. Police will barricade the whole of one LNG or district, and you will have your freedom to go in there, so long as your face is found in the photo roll, or biodata photo roll. When you see your face is here in this entrance, they send you into your polling place, and the polling place is free. No one is going to come and intimidate you or hijack the ballot. You have all the freedom to vote. So that's the next plan we are looking at. When you have a confirmed photo roll is done, complete, rechecked, we want to send back to you so you can have a look at it and verify. So we have a fair and free election. This is what we're supposed to be doing. I think this is the right call at the right time, this today, so we can progress further. And so some of those things that we want to do is now it's the right time, because when we come to 2026, it's going to be late already. That's time for logistic arrangement, printing of ballot paper and printing of ballot or building ballot boxes and shifting things here and there, because Papua New Guinea is very remote, so that 1 year is going to be logistics. This year is time to fix the role in line with the LNG. So I seem to be my discussions is around the electoral, because problems so mo kira ting stop yet. So it's not a problem pa no. Or not a problem. This is not a solid problem. So let's make it our business. Can we? Yes, we can do it. So Papua New Guinea, if you think that you are going to migrate out, you think otherwise. If you belong to Papua New Guinea, start correcting ourselves. Correct ourselves by controlling the elections in our council board. So me emphasize also because one plus something me sabe. Time you come to council board election ya, or get a council but tight na true man bakang vote. And me clear straight na me talk because me Papa Bloris la walk. Na suppose lo national ya, you let up sila name stop the ballot of kami plus a scale. This la one time by me stop it. Support yung corruption ya one time. You block talk me corruption na you block. Me talk yan true gyama. Suppose yan true, set the corrupt. Okay, you me all get that corrupt. So straight in now. Long me sa salim ballot paper na ballot box ikam. Minus karang comeback mi plus account lo table. Mi plan sa iti one ballot paper na give one plus. Mi plus a talk consent come up. We got records here. So come up, in tablo balus down lo ship the submarine and you laga two. So and you know God. So be real people. And we do the right things. Don't expect the electoral commission to do things for you. But we support electoral commission to run the elections. And sometimes have interest to go and poll. Now you know got interest because roll them the straight now, all young money by manipulate, so you stop away because all manipulating. Because the role is not good. Because the role is not good. It's not perfect. You're finding your own identity. It's very difficult. So can we correct it now and do it properly for maybe for a change 2025 and 27 and going forward. So with that, I will leave what in here, but those are concerns. Election is here, and we are prepared to run elections. Like nominations going to start following week. All the council managers in all the 374 will be appointed ARO. Election managers in the provinces, 22 provinces, will be appointed ROs. And we will see if we can appoint one RO for the open electorate by elections of his own, but polling together. And also I want to advise the Papua New Guinea that this is for the first time we are running 3 different elections. When I say 3 is 1 council vote, 2 president, 3 by-election, 4 Motukota is just coming back, treated as LNG. When we talk about, let me explain a little bit on this 3. 7 provinces including Morobe, all kata yupla by voting council, that's all, vote president or by vote lo chamber. All the rest of the 12 provinces in the country, all but got 2 ballot boxes, 1 blow council vote and 1 blow president. So the people, you are going to vote for the president and the councillor. And those by-election places I have just mentioned, we'll have 3 ballot boxes, 1 for the by-elections, for the parliamentary seats. And those are for Kabung, Pokrapaela, Aitebelumi, Usinambudi, Central Pokonwi, and Day. So these ballot boxes and everything we have to, ballot papers we are going to prepare. When we have run the elections, we have decided and made a decision by management team of the Electoral Commission saying, we pull the ballot, take ballot boxes back to you and you take ownership. And me no sir. But if we counting vote, polling vote, ballot paper, and count on the spot. Council vote elections by you poll and count the polling place. And it would be under LBV system, not first past the post. And that's understood. Second is the president election. This president election for the Highlands, 7 including Morobe, or council win, we poll na count, now I'm finished. President, all bago campaign na, elect him lo cheba. For all the rest of the country, and by block, we block in box lo year, Kalang go next. Now we are going to have 14 days polling, not 1 day. 14 days poll, count, go to the next poll and count, go to the next poll and count, go to the next until we finish. So we will have 2 polling teams in 1 LLG, but with bigger populations and bigger votes, we will increase the team. That operation team are working on it. So that's how the polling is going to transpire or work. So you get ready. For the by-elections, we'll have separate counting center, but polling in the same location. President also will be located inside the polling station with their own ballot papers, and you're going to receive 3 ballot papers and 3 ballot boxes. So one time we took also 3-4 ballot boxes now. And blow walk. So no can kiss him ideal or bakarabim. You must kiss him ideal or help him blow walk because I'm 3 elections we are running at the same time. And so now we don't want to pull you up into a central location where it's so much expensive, where you're going to go and leave your village and go to the district and start staying there and waiting for your council vote to be counted, and it takes months, weeks. That we have noticed and we are now changing. So you take ownership, you take responsibility. Suppose in the event that you broke in this ballot box, and by you got councillor, this like current councillor you start to, by you got pay blow you too. Now by you got. by one time province na DPLGO la car running elections all barang. Nogat and by you nogat leader lo Islam so nogan bakarami tingin lo bakarami box. Okay, one plus something lo bakarami box and one something why na ba you bakarami. People all sabe lo passing lo you finish. You Islaman like sanap lo election ya. Na mi plan no nubla lo you. Always line lo you no nubla lo you. Suppose all calling you one black con man and you con man, so no can set up election because you know now. Set up again by win. Because all calling you con man finish. So those are the kind of people you are trying to cause problem. So you will already know within your instinct that you won't win. So don't waste your time. Don't waste our time too. Anyway, that's your democratic right. But if you do it or want to nominate, but you know, play it cool, huh? Make him straight. Work must go good. And so all of those things and come up with them. When that display president one local count of central location. An accounting plan from now onwards, people are like working on team based, council based, not district based anymore. So everybody get lined up, get tuned up. You know, you change your mindset now. Ward based, president based, team based, not district based. So behind, you will count it, for instance, time it about Sam. Arma Coast, Cloudy Bay, na Amazon Bay. Okay, Amazon Bay got two team. Bawal count is two team by count. Na Amazon Arma Coast by immediate count. Na Cloudy Bay by immediate count. Within 5 days, people are like work at accounting by finish. And people are trying to finish the work. So you plan me appeal blow me. Also you me all get must work bung one time na deliver him election also na take him ownership. Na look him also leader na suppose lo win longen and win. Na all people who like longen so give him freedom or marry. All man who said he need to vote longen vote. One time display all kita work me like make him longen he come up also. Me ready now. Na me back come. Lo ibla sambla Sunday bla work longen. Provincial administrators all come one bell finish. Lo Friday last week. Also by supporting you me lo work election lo you me. So I by you me work now. So tomorrow onwards, na I think media time minister announce this la past time they start yet but legally concerned start to check and by talk out. So by you me looking. But read by start law next following week, na finish law end of August. So I'm tasol na suppose some question or media got long and me by talk later about you said stop long place long you ask him yet and you answer him yet. Long me asking him and answer later.